Let's see.
Hey guys, it's Yui. Moral weapon reviews. Today we have the Colossal Swords, which is actually the 10th weapon category we're going to be reviewing. Really weighing it down.
He's not doing any practical testing. Maybe later. Best for heavy.
Any better than the rest of the heavy.
Oh my god, this guy actually rates the weapons based on fucking statistics. Oh shit, this guy has no idea what is fucking movement multiplier. Or moveset multiplier. Or it is like motion value, actually. Holy fuck. Okay, maybe he does. Wait.
Ashes of War, I just think scaling.
No,
Kanan.
He's literally fucking comparing. Okay, guys. So, just in case, you have something like, I don't exactly remember how it's called. I think it is called motion value. When you have, for example, 1000 AR on your weapon, yeah? I'm gonna do a very pretty 1000 AR over there, yeah? And then you have your attacks. It is R1, R2. My R is amazing. Then you have R1 roll. So let's call it R1R. R1 jump. Let's call it R1J. All of these have like a different type of the motion values. That means like particular move has different multiplier. And for example, this attack R1 gonna hit like 70% of your AR, and then like, you know, you're getting all the defensive statistics applied on top of that, yeah? So this motion value minus like depths, let's call it that way, let's simplify things, like actually equals some sort of damage, yeah? And then R2 has, for example, 120. And then, like, you know, this one, for example, has 100. And this one, for example, has, like, super percentages. And this one has, for example, 140, yeah? On top of that, like, different attacks have different, like, a poise damage values. So, like, looking at the main AR of the weapon, it's just straight up fucking, like, it's clueless. It is stupid comparison. It is not how you're supposed to look at it. Your AR as the number means absolutely nothing. Jumping attack that has 140, this 140 is the best 140 number I have ever written by hand, totally. It's just way harder to hit than, for example, the R1 from the roll or from the crouch. That one is super easy, yeah? That one is actually like super good. You can use that one a lot. You can use that one like a lot. And this one is like, no, this one you cannot. This one is shit. You're never supposed to use it. So despite it having higher like motion value, they're not supposed to use that move because it is basically unusable in vast majority of the cases. So yeah, like comparing the weapons by like pure stats of it is just straight up lack of the understanding how the weapons works in this game.
Resolve, really solid for larger weapons like these because obviously roll and resolve, don't know what it is. You pretty much buff your weapon. Yeah,
he actually like, here he like is comparing just like a raw AR of it. I mean, even if he's speaking only from the perspective of PvE, and this is what I think about it, like it still matters. Your moveset matters a lot.
World. The fact that you can just power stance it by just having the weapon be your just best bet.
So he's ranking this Starker's Greatsword highest, but based on what?
And number 3 we have the intelligence and sorcery builds. I just think it's just really solid overall, really versatile. There's really not much I can really say against the weapon.
It is, to be honest, it's not versatile at all. It has no versatile moveset. It's like you're just like dropping the ult.
Highly out damaged by the roller greatsword, but
imagine Spykander is the lowest. Let's actually see. Greatsword is, to be honest, like Greatsword technically is the best because of its 200 poke on the R1 roll attack. I would say like a Greatsword is the best both in PvP and PvE. On top of that, like there is another thing, very very good functionality of the game. You can use the Spirit Talisman. Spirit Talisman increases your damage a lot if you are doing the counter attacks, yeah? That's very, very, very good talisman. And it works with Greatsword because of its roll attacks. Spirit Talisman sucks in PvE, really? I actually was using it in the PvE and I think it's pretty good. It's increasing damage. It's once in a while, yeah, it's actually pretty okay in my opinion. I like it. Well, maybe it's not as good as in PvP, but I like it.
three here have like something like niche that makes it a little bit better, but this one's
Whiteo, Spear Talisman increases your like damage output by 100 plus on every single hit that you are like countering. Yeah,
it's a really solid option.
If you're able to trade, which is very popular to trade in this game with mobs in PvE, then well, you're just dealing that 100 more damage.
That just makes this one really good. Number 5, we have Malekith's. It's actually Malekith's Blackblade. No, a lot better than this one here.
You mean okay?
But at that S I just feel like well, I need to say so Y-hand disgusting.
Spikehander is actually, as you predicted, Spikehander is considered the worst. And like in PvE, maybe it even makes a little bit of sense, but Spikehander has like is one of very few like great swords that have viable R2. The Charger 2 on the Spikehander is very good. I kind of think like the way how the guy was actually attempting to make the research on the weapons and how he was actually rating them is just incorrect. It's like based on pretty much the raw AR of the weapon rather than aspects that really matter. Yeah, I'm like very surprised in the video there was no information about motion values. It is like the most important thing about like actual power of the weapon. If you have a weapon that has like, for example, 2k AR, but every single attack on the weapon besides like one that is completely useless has the motion value of like 20%, the weapon is not going to be good. The weapon gonna be equivalent of unupgraded Spikehander in actual practical use. I can show you how it looks like on the example of Dark Souls 2. And weapon motion value. And here, like for an example, you see how something like calculates off your AR. Yeah, for an example, 100 means 100% of your AR is calculated on the attack. So for an example, if you're using the bandit axe, the first attack going to have 100% of your AR minus defenses, but the second one is going to have 92%. The spreadsheet is in the chat. Someone linked this? Let me see. Oh my god, you are such a fucking beautiful human being, dude. I'm actually dropping this to the resources. But yeah, let's see for an example here, yeah? Claymore has 100 R1, it's 100% of it. Then like the another attacks just adding to it. 100, 100, 102, and the last one is more powerful. It is 110. The 100 R2 has value of the 125. Then charged one, fully charged, has 165. And the value actually depends on the range between. Backstep, for example, has the lowest value. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Look at this shit. This is such a fucking good source of knowledge. Stamina damage even. Statuses. What they are applying, I guess. Weapon buffs. Poise damage. Even poise damage you have here, like... Man, posture damage. A lot of knowledge. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna look into it later on.